Randy Moss is a great player.
Well, we'll find out if Carl Gerbschmidt still believes that. I think Dan from Woodbury still believes it, or do you?
I've always liked Randy Moss. Great player. Always a great humanitarian. There's nobody better.
See if we have Carl on the line. Carl, is that you?
Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan.
What's going on? You seem very upbeat, a spring in your step a little bit. It can't possibly be the way your team lucked into a victory over the Detroit Lions on a bad call.
What do you mean a bad call? We got nothing but bad calls.
Charles Woodson interfered with a receiver at the key moment of the game.
Ridiculous. Number one, that guy pushed off in the first half.
Calvin Johnson's actually filed a robbery report. He lost his wallet during that mugging.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't even be on the same field as us. They're terrible.
Well, no, you're right, and yet they almost stole the game.
Well, stole would be a good word, yeah. You know, it's like the National Football League is really down on us. They don't want us to win. Don't. They really just want somebody else to win. It's obvious now. Don't you think it's obvious?
No, I don't. I thought your team was extremely fortunate.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
And your team is the best I've seen them look all year this last week.
That's good.
Sorry, I was late on that rim
shot.
That was a pretty good line.
You think so, really?
You.
Oh, my.
Well, we'll give him a little bit before we start making fun of him.
Why would you make fun of me?
You once said this about Randy Moss.
Well, here's this again. Randy Moss is a great player. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did say it,
no,
and now...
I said in two separate sentences, Randy Moss is a great player. No, I said he is a no-talent bozo.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I said he was a no-talent bozo.
Well, Favre wanted him when he was still...
A long time ago... This is many years ago, and a few more pairs of pants ago, I said Brett Favre was a great player.
Are you worried about him coming to Green Bay, where he did some pretty damaging work that long ago?
A few pairs of pants. What was that supposed to mean?
I'm kind of worried about, the younger generation when he comes to town.
What's that supposed to mean?
Pants on the ground, pants on the ground. Brett Favre's got his pants on the ground.
I'm not sure.
He took his pants off and showed his picture of his stuff. He sent a picture of his stuff.
You mean his penis?
I can't believe it.
Did he ever?
Lost it. He is. I'll tell you right now. You think he would have ever done that when he was in?
Well, I was going to ask you. Did he ever send you photos?
What, are you sick? What's wrong with you?
Well, no, I'm just
asking. Are you a sickie?
I'm not a sickie.
Are you ow, wow.
No, I'm just trying to figure...
Are you disappointed he didn't send him around town or what?
No, I just...
Are you a sickie?
What does that even mean, a sickie?
A sickie. I think this... I'll tell you what.
What's the proper punish? The NFL's looking into it. What do you think the proper...
Number one, anyone who would take a picture of it,
Of what?
No,
I don't know.
Look, I don't care. You might be running like a shock jock program, but I don't have to contribute to it.
We already contribute to it. It sounds to me like you're adding to it.
I'm not the one who took pictures of himself.
Well, we don't even know that it's him.
And
how do we know it's him?
I don't know it's him.
Well, chances are you might know, actually, back in the day.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know. What
do you mean by that?
It's.
You know what he means. He's a sickie.
Yeah, I'm a sickie.
He's a sickie.
Well, how did you get your own radio show?
Because he's a sickie.
Isn't there someone there who could, keep you in line?
Probably. What's the commissioner? I guess the NFL is looking into this charge that Favre sent.
Yeah.
So, what would be, in your view, and your detached, objective view, a legitimate punishment that the commissioner should levy upon either the Vikings organization or Brett Favre himself?
Shot of saltpeter? Cold shower? I think it's a sicky thing. I think, number one, anyone who would take a picture of that of themselves is, first of all, sicky.
It's a free country.
Well, great. Is that means you've done that?
No, but I'm saying,
second of all, the idea that anybody else would be interested in looking at a picture of it,
Well, we don't know that she was interested, actually.
That's even worse.
Yeah, we don't know that. Jets sideline report.
We don't really even know it was a photograph of his stuff
either.
We
how do we know that it's him?
Well, who else would it be?
Who else?
You think he took a picture of somebody else?
No, it might not have been him. It could be an imposter.
Maybe it was Mark Chmura.
Well, that's a cheap shot.
Sorry.
I mean, number one, he was never convicted.
It's true.
Okay? Everybody just does a day in court. I don't even think he was really prosecuted.
And what's number two? Because I can't imagine what number two could be.
Well, number two, are you talking about Mark Chmura now?
Yes.
You're a young athlete. These girls get a little aggressive.
Oh, okay.
It's a girl's fault?
It's a girl's fault.
I didn't say it was.
Yeah, well, that's what you're...
I would just say this.
You can say no.
Bears fans that have cabins in Wisconsin are trying to get our players in trouble.
What about age issues?
What about them?
Well, there's age issues that are involved in these kinds of stories, too. There's.
Why do you kind of bring Mark Chmura up? He hasn't played for us in so long.
Because you've never really...
You are trying to deny the serious problem you're going to have when you're a quarterback who's a nut job and a sickie, and he's going to be suspended for like weeks and weeks, and you don't have any other quarterbacks on your roster.
Have you ever heard of Tavares?
I don't care if you sign Randy Moss and Vincent Jackson and I don't even know.
Didn't you just lose another defensive player?
I don't care if you sign all those guys. If you don't have anybody to throw it to them.
You just
lost. He's too busy taking pictures of himself. I don't care. You're such a non-factor.
What's your definition? What's your definition of a sickie?
Well, a person who's like a sickie, who's got some sort of thing in their brain that causes them to
take pictures of themselves
and send them around.
Carl, I've always suspected you've got a dark side.
I've got a dark side. I'm completely normal.
What is normal?
Well, I live in Wisconsin. I'm a Pack fan. I like music from the 80s.
What if
Star Wars better than Star Trek?
What if someone asked you for a picture of their stuff? Is that being a sickie if you oblige? No, not you personally, but...
Why would I have a picture of anybody else's stuff?
I don't know.
What the hell's wrong with you people?
We're sick. We're sickies.
I think we need to move on. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Seriously, why don't we talk about football?
You brought it up. I tried to ignore it the first allusion you made, and you...
I brought it up because you're not going to have a quarterback soon. I'd be surprised if he plays Monday night.
So they're going to suspend him that fast. And how long? 6 weeks, you think, or rest of the season?
Well, I'm thinking that's the kind of thing that takes a while to get out of your head. You need to kind of, first of all,
long-term psychiatric care, probably.
The idea that you guys are thinking about this stuff kind of tells me something.
What do you mean we're thinking about it? You brought it up, and it's a story.
Kind of dwell on it.
Well, no, the NFL is now investigating it. It's a story. I mean, we can't deny.
The NFL's kind of a joke. They'll find a way to screw it up.
In the standings,
I'm winning.
No, you're not. You're in last place.
I have 10 or so games ahead of you.
That's in the other bit.
The Ultimate Football Challenge, the one that is online.
I'm going to actually pick games this week. You're going to pick them?
I probably should.
Week. The Ultimate Football Challenge, I am almost winning the whole radio station thing. If I win,
we're happy for you. We're getting behind here. I'm 5. I was 1 and 2.
How you just conveniently shove that aside.
I'm 1 and 2 from last week.
No, just deny the fact that I'm really good and you're stupid.
5, 6.
No, he's not stupid. He's a sickie.
And you like to take pictures of yourself.
I'm a stupid sickie, is what I am. 5, 6. Well, what if I did? Who's to say? What business is it of yours?
None, hopefully. Unless you send it to me.
Guardsy 3. Don't worry. Guardsy 3-0.
Oh, so who do you send it to?
Guardsy 3-0 last week.
Oh, Guardsy, okay.
5, 6, and 1 overall. Guardsy
you sent him to Guardsy last week?
I don't want any text messages from Guardsy now.
Common 0 and 3 last week. Now tied with Gerby, who was 1 and 2 last week. You're both 4, 7, and 1. So you're not exactly. You're a game behind. I mean, it's not exactly like we're dominating at 5, 6, and 1.
Although I feel like I'm hitting my stride.
Yeah, you were 3-0.
I don't know what's really going to happen. Go to the Ultimate Football Challenge.
Shut up. I'm sick of you. Badgers are at home favored by this is the last college game we'll probably do, but it's really out of respect for you, Carl, border battle. Badgers
That's not what you want to call it.
Favored by 22.
Think about that.
Over Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Gerby, you're first. Go ahead.
Right to that line. Okay. Well, first of all, this is a joke. Minnesota is on the road. To their credit, is 9-4 against the spread. But it doesn't matter because they're terrible. I mean, who did they lose to last? A high school?
Northwestern.
Oh, that's great. And then before that?
High school.
South
Dakota. High school?
Northern
Hyphenated
Illinois.
school.
Yeah.
And I don't see it where this is. We got this John Clay guy
Mm-hmm.
who's like weighs